exciting because you got your first homework. So the second grade team decided we were gonna make a video to show you how to do it so that you don't have to have any questions and you can make sure your first homework is definitely turned in on time and that you know what to do for the rest of the year. Homework's designed to be done using just crayons and a pencil. So on the front, you'll see the dates. You can always make sure you're working in the right one. You need to write your name. So I wrote Miss G and I'm in the MIT class. And then this coloring page is just a freebie. So if you want to color it, makes it a lot more exciting for us to look at later. So it's designed to be done one day at a time. So there are 4 pages of sight words and 4 math half sheets. But however it fits your schedule, you go ahead and do it that way. So if you have karate on Monday, so you need to double up on Tuesday, however it works for you, as long as it is turned in by Thursday. So you have Sunday night through Wednesday night, and then you bring it back to us on Thursday. Each week we have 5 new sight words, and they're from the Fry Second 100 list, so that's the second grade list. And so you will find activities with all 5 of our sight words. And they're always in the box up top, so you never have to ask us, Miss G, which sight words? They're right here. So you're gonna go ahead and put your name and then the date you completed at the top. And remember, it doesn't matter which date as long as it's all done by Thursday morning. And this one says, write each word 3 times using rainbow letters. So I just copied the word using my favorite letters. If you wanna do the word all blue and then the next one all green, that's fine. I just liked all the fun colors. The next sheet is writing a story with each sight word, so I only started mine. Maybe you want to use it as a starter, that's up to you. It says, one day I heard a loud sound. So I underlined it so that my teacher would know which sight word I used. In our next one, you need to crack the code and figure out what each sight word is worth. So there's an example already done for you, and I went ahead and did one. So I saw the word was over. I wrote it again so I could practice, and then I looked and said, okay, the O is worth 7. So I put a 7. The V is worth 1. So 7 plus 1. E is worth 5. So I added a plus 5. And then the R is worth, where's R? There it is. 3. So plus 3. So one of the strategies I used was to just add 2 at a time. So I said 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. And then 13 plus 3 is 16. So that's how I got my answer, and I showed my addition strategy down here. But if you want to draw circles and count, if you count on, whatever method you use is great, as long as you end up with a final answer. Our last sight word activity is a word search. So it's all scrambled up and you're gonna be looking for words. So I found over and I showed that you can either circle the word or highlight it, whichever one you want to do, as long as we can tell you found it. And so what I should have done is then crossed it out once I found it, so that I would keep looking for new, sound, take, and only. So let's see. Found new. So I'm gonna circle it or highlight it, and then cross it out up top. The math we use is a spiraling review, so it might not completely line up with what we're doing in class, but it should be skills that the kids are familiar with. And this is helpful so that right now we're working on addition, but in a few months when we're on shapes, we don't want the kids to forget how to practice addition, or like here we have base 10 blocks, so it kind of keeps all the practice fresh. So you'll notice in a minute that we have word problems, number blocks, and so we're building numbers. We have graphing and shapes, so they get a lot of skills and a lot of great review every week, and it's only supposed to be a half sheet per day. Okay, so a little bit closer up. Sorry, I brought this with me from the States, so it was set up to already have Monday, then Tuesday. So I tried to remember to go back and cross them out and fix it for Sunday, Monday, but if I ever don't, that's why. As long as you kind of pace it out to half sheet per day, you should be fine. So the math is great because almost every day we'll have an example, mostly already done. Like this one has this already done, so if it seems complicated, there should be an example. So what I did in this one was I read the word problem, I figured out what my operation would be, and then I drew circles and crossed them out. So however your child can solve it, then that works for me. The next day, I would have done the same thing where I just solve it the best I can, make sure I don't leave any blank. Oh, and just as a hint, the standards are up at the top. So if you ever want to look more into the standard or know what on earth we have your kid doing, they're listed up there. All right, and then for graphing, you look at the graph. I circled my key so I knew that each piece of popcorn bucket thing was worth 1. And I started answering questions. Couldn't give you all the answers though, can't make it too easy. And then for this one, we move on to geometry. And so we were practicing shapes. I followed the directions, I had to color, and then down here, draw and label a shape. And so you have to come up with the second one. Our homework will pretty much always follow that format. The sight words will change and the math skills will always rotate. But once you get in the hang of it, it should be pretty simple. Again, it is due back on Thursday, not on Wednesday, not on Tuesday. We'd lose it. Bring it on Thursday. And the teacher can always assign extra reading, maybe through RazKids, or if there's a reading comprehension sheet we really want to practice on, we can always add more, but this is kind of our staple. This is our go-to. Ooh, sorry. So every week you'll get one like this, and please complete it with your child. It's great practice. It'll help them learn their sight words, keep their math fresh, and make them a successful scholar.